And welcome back to Western New York Living. We're sitting in GreenFields Manor, beautiful, and I'm here with the President and CEO, Chris Koenig, and David McMullen, the Executive Director of Development and Marketing. Welcome, gentlemen.
Good morning. Thank you, Janet.
David, let's start with what is the sandwich generation? I know we're talking a lot about that, and that's a good place for us to start here this morning.
Okay, great. Yeah, the sandwich generation is a term for people who are kind of caught in a generation gap between caring for their children still and also caring for aging parents or possibly, aunt, uncle, that type of thing. It's a very difficult situation to be in, obviously being a caregiver on both ends of the spectrum. So that's what we call the sandwich generation.
And why did GreenFields decide to partner with Channel 2 on this segment and teaching everybody about the sandwich generation and the survival guide?
Yeah, we became aware that Channel 2 was going to be offering the Sandwich Generation Survival Guide website, and we thought it was a great opportunity for us to partner with Channel 2 and also provide a lot of needed information to all of those folks that fit the Sandwich Generation moniker there. Those folks need resources and ideas of who to turn, where to go for help again in managing their situation.
And Chris, how does GreenFields help a family that's struggling trying to make these decisions? How do you help?
Well, like David said, I think the reason we're a perfect fit is because we offer care for the parents that these folks are looking to have assistance with, but we also can provide short-term rehab for these people as well if they need it. So we've got a lot of different levels of care on campus here.
Tell me a little bit more about the different levels, because until you're in it, you don't really know what you need, if that makes sense.
Right, no, it makes a lot of sense. So we've got a few different levels. Like I said, right now we're in Greenfield Manor, which is our independent assisted living.
So who would live here?
Well, relatively active seniors who need a little help doing some of the things around the house. So we do provide a meal here every day. We also provide some assistance with housekeeping, general repairs, things like that as well.
Okay. And then from there, what's the next level of care?
Well, the next level we have assisted living. So there's three varieties. We have regular assisted living, or as I like to call it, which is Greenfield Court, which is smaller apartments, but still quite large. We also have Greenfield Terrace, which has memory care and enhanced assisted living. Enhanced assisted living is for folks who need a little bit more care than general assisted living, but they're not quite ready to go to the nursing home yet.
And what are the benefits of living with your loved one in a continuing care facility like this?
Well, that's probably one of the best things we hear on campus here is we can provide a place for support for couples who do need different levels of care. So we have transportation, we have support services for each level of care that somebody may need. So we could have a husband or wife living at the manor and their spouse living at the terrace in the memory care. And they can still be together and be cared for at the level that they need.
What have you seen with the residents living here in terms of they came in one way, and I feel like a lot of people blossom once they're more comfortable in their living situation and around friends?
That's absolutely true. So we do see that sometimes. We see that somebody can come to the health center to get rehab and actually get to the independent living or the court when they were admitted to one of the other levels of care. So it can happen from the court or the assisted livings, and they can move back to the independent living. So we always want our residents to stay either where they are or get better, and that's always our goal.
What are your thoughts on the sandwich generation?
Well, I agree with David. The sandwich generation is unique, and it really fits a lot of what we hear with the families of our patients. So they need assistance. It's very difficult to find care for your loved one or housing. And also the folks themselves may need rehab for joint replacements, if it's planned, if you're lucky enough to have it planned. But if it's not and you're in the hospital trying to find someplace, Greenfields is a viable option.
I'm glad you brought up rehab. That's the next place we go. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
To find out more about all the services and different levels of care at the Greenfields located in Lancaster, you can head over to their website, which is thegreenfields.org. There you'll find information on everything that they have to offer. You can also give them a call to talk to their helpful staff or set up a tour at 684-8400. The Greenfields beautiful continuing care community located at 5953 Broadway Street in Lancaster. Now coming up next, we're going to be taking a look at some of the rehabilitation services and outpatient therapy services the Greenfields has to offer. They are now 5-star quality rated by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Western New York Living will continue. And welcome back to Western New York Living, where we're giving you a special show from the Greenfields. Here back again with Chris Koenig, President and CEO of Greenfields, and Trish Mann. Welcome both. So we're inside the rehab facility, And congratulations, Chris, because I know you just received a 5-star rating, which is a big deal.
Good morning. Yeah, thanks for coming, Janet. We did just receive our 5-star rating, so we're really proud of it. It's a wonderful campus, great community, great staff. And the 5-star rating is just a nice representation of all the care that we provide and the folks who serve the patients that we have.
The GreenFields Rehab Facility serves who in this community?
Well, the inpatient facility that we have here has subacute rehab, long-term care. We also have an outpatient clinic, which is where we're situated right here today. So we really serve all of Western New York.
And Trish, as the director of the rehab facility, tell me a little bit about what you do here to help patients get back on their feet.
Well, we provide all of PT, OT, and speech. So in our outpatient clinic, that's one area that not too many outpatient provide as those 3 disciplines in the outpatient clinic. We can treat any condition. We can treat anything from stroke rehab, cardiac rehab. We have a great aquatics program.
Tell me a little bit about the aquatics program, because I know right back over there's a pool even.
It's great. A lot of people who can't tolerate things, the exercises on land, they can tolerate in the pool. The pool is very therapeutic. It's set at 94 degrees, so it's warm and it allows people to do things that they normally wouldn't do.
And the atmosphere in here is so friendly. And when I see the patients coming and going, I see that they're really almost looking forward to getting their rehab in.
Yeah, it's very personalized. You really get to know your therapist. We really like to treat people more one-on-one to really meet your goals.
So when somebody goes to see their doctor and they say, you need rehab for whatever the diagnosis is, they can choose their rehab facility.
They can. You have the right to go wherever you want to. So it's good to do your research, but we hope that you choose us.
Chris, when I look at the Greenfields, and this being that you have a rehab facility here, there's not a lot of places like the Greenfields, is there?
Well, we're a continuing care retirement community, so there's only a handful of us in Western New York, so we do provide a lot of care for the elderly in Western New York.
And I like the fact that with the rehab, you're saying, no, get back on your feet, keep living, stay active. I think that's really important.
Right. We like when patients choose us, but the point is we want you here just a short time to get better, and we can send you back on your way to what you were doing before.
When somebody decides to come here, Trish, what are the type of things that they go through in terms of, say somebody knows they're having a hip replacement or a knee replacement, what do you do before that even happens to make sure that their rehab is set up?
Well, we also offer pre-rehab, so prehab. So you can come in, you can meet with our therapist, you'll get a session on land, a session in the pool, a really great consultation, and so you're ready to really tackle that surgery.
And when I look around at what you have to offer from a rehab facility, I see all of the different tools. There's a lot to offer here, isn't there, in terms of the types of rehab you can do?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, we could treat young student athletes to any age, really, so we're not limited.
And you're using a lot of the most modern rehab techniques.
Oh, absolutely. We do a lot of manual. The therapists here are great. They have a lot of manual techniques, a lot of equipment, so they're really up to date.
Do you have a favorite patient story of rehab?
Oh, I have tons of favorite patient stories, but one in particular I got to work with a lot, and a patient who was post-stroke, and he just melted my heart and really would come in every day and work his hardest. And when you get to see people make progress, it really is, it's what our job is. And
I can
makes
only
it rewarding.
Imagine. Absolutely. And Chris, this is just one of the many things that the Greenfields has to offer its residents and people in the community.
Right. We also have assisted living. We have memory care assisted living. We also have independent apartments as well. So it's quite a large continuum of care. We've got a lot of residents that live on campus that utilize the services here, but you don't have to stay on campus to utilize the services of our rehab centers.
Well, we're going to go take a look around the Greenfields. Thanks for showing us the
Thank
rehab
you.
facility. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
To find out more about all the rehabilitation services and outpatient therapy services the Greenfields has to offer, you can head over to their website, which is thegreenfields.org. They recently were awarded a 5-star quality rating by Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services. You can also give them a call at 684-3000 to speak to their staff. The Greenfields Beautiful Continuing Care Community is located at 5949 Broadway Street in Lancaster. Now coming up next, we're going to take a look at some of the fun activities and programs they have for seniors who live at the Greenfields to keep them feeling young and engaged. Western New York Living will continue. And welcome back to Western New York Living. So this is the Manor Patio, and this is Lori Hannon, the Senior Living Director. Lori, what a beautiful space this is.
Oh, it's wonderful, and with the nice weather that we have now, residents sit out here all the time, reading a book, visiting with each other, playing cards.
What is your role at the GreenFields?
I'm the Senior Living Director, so my department is in charge of when residents or people are interested in coming in for a tour. We meet with them, we talk about all aspects of senior living here at the GreenFields and find the best fit for them. What is the most appropriate level of care for them?
What do you think is special about the GreenFields?
Well, I think what's wonderful about the GreenFields is the continuum of care that we offer. We have all levels of care right here on the campus, so often when you have couples and they don't always age the same rate, so one may be independent, the other may need a higher level of care. So it's wonderful that we offer all the levels here, so one spouse can stay in independent living, one can be at a higher level of care, and even individuals as they age, all levels of care are available right here on the campus.
And if the couple ends up in two different parts of GreenFields, you've got transportation that gets them to and from each other, so they're still together.
They are, and that's such an important factor because they've spent 50 plus years together, and even though one may need more help than the other, they can stay right on the campus. We provide transportation every day for residents to visit each other, even friends, residents who make friends while they're here, and they can visit their friends that might be in the nursing home or at a different level.
How do you see the quality of life improve for the residents once they come to the GreenFields?
Well, I think with the number of activities that we offer, it gives them an opportunity to socialize. That's such a big factor with seniors. Fitness, we have different fitness classes. We have residents who have said since they started our fitness classes, they move better, their joints don't hurt as much. And just having outings to go to and a purpose to participate in things.
And lots of friends.
They certainly have lots of friends here.
All right, so let's go further into the type of activities for residents. Give me some more specific examples of the types of things you've done recently.
Well, we have a shuffleboard court the residents can participate with.
Does it get competitive?
It does. And we have an outdoor shuffleboard court as well as an indoor. We have, as I mentioned, the fitness classes. Those are very popular.
What are some of the fitness classes that the residents enjoy the most?
Well, many of the classes are in a chair, chair exercises, so they feel that they're safe but can still do the exercises.
Right.
But we even do balance and strengthening and basic training and things to keep them moving. And we even have a walking group that does walks around the campus inside as well as outside.
Well, and this campus is huge. It's beautiful.
It is. We have such a beautiful campus.
It feels like you're on vacation when you're here.
It is, and we have a beautiful pond and walking paths and gardens, and even residents can participate in gardening here. Just not too long ago, we got our flowers in, and the residents all got together and planted the flowers in our gardens. And
I love that. Tell me the story of, we just saw one of your residents who just recently moved in, and you were telling me before we started talking that she just recently wrote a letter about how happy she is here?
She is. Yeah, she just moved in not too long ago, and she wrote a letter to our senior living coordinator saying that she just absolutely loves it here, and she's finally settled in her apartment and invited her to come and see it, and it's great.
I love those stories because everybody deserves to have an incredible life their whole life.
Exactly, and this is a perfect way to do it. Sometimes people think, oh, I'm not going to move until something happens, and then they're limited on what they're able to do. The best part is to move when you can make the decision, not someone else making it for you, and being able to enjoy all the activities that we have here.
I'm glad you mentioned the activities because coming up we're going to talk about not only the activities for residents but people in the community too.
Yes.
To find out more about all the services and different levels of care the Greenfields has to offer, I suggest you head over to their website, which is thegreenfields.org. There you'll find information on residential living, assisted living, and enhanced assisted living for seniors, along with their rehabilitation services and outpatient therapy services. You can also give them a call at 684-8400 to speak to their helpful staff. Now coming up next, we're going to check out some of the unique events like their summer concert series the Greenfields has planned in the coming months that everyone in the community is encouraged to attend. Western New York Living will continue. Also the Alzheimer's Walk.
Yes, we're going to have an on-campus Alzheimer's Walk on August 2nd. It's for the residents and their families and our staff, but it is also open for the public. We're going to do a basket raffle and kind of a segue into the Alzheimer's Walk that's in September.
And I also want to mention, everyone talks about your holiday bazaars, which are so successful.
Yes, we just had our spring bazaar, which was fantastic, and our holiday bazaar will be on November 11th, and it's so popular. We have vendors selling all types of items for the holidays. It's wonderful.
We've talked all morning about the sandwich generation, the generation between taking care of kids and taking care of parents. Maybe somebody's watching right now thinking, maybe the Greenfields is right for mom and dad. What should they do?
They can certainly give us a call. We can talk about our various levels of care, see what is a good fit. Certainly come in, take a tour. We can show you all the different levels of care, discuss your needs, your parents' needs, and see what is just going to be the right level of care for them. And just learn about what our residents do every day, all the wonderful activities that we have for them. And
why is it important to visit the Greenfields?
Because you need to come in and you need to see how beautiful it is here on our campus. It's just gorgeous. And talk to residents, and they're living life here every day and what that's like for them. And I think most importantly, when you walk through the door, you know it's home.
What if somebody's scared? Because this can be a scary life adjustment at the beginning, but then it can be the most incredible decision they've ever made.
It's definitely scary. Anytime there is a change, you know, leaving your home that you've lived in for 50 plus years. But you have to look at it as the next chapter of your life. Not that your life is ending, that your life is just beginning. And take advantage of your retirement years and all that is out there for you and what the Greenfields has to offer.
And Lori, the best thing somebody that's just moved in could say to you?
I think that their life is so fulfilled now that they're living at the Greenfields. They're participating in the activities, they have friends to visit with, and that they love it here, that this is the best part of their life.
Thanks for talking to us today.
Thank you.
To find out more about everything the Greenfields has to offer on Broadway Street in Lancaster, including different levels of care for seniors and rehabilitation services and outpatient therapy services, head over to their website, which is thegreenfields.org. You can also give them a call at 684-8400. It's the Greenfields in Lancaster, where life is beautiful. Well, that's a wrap for our show this morning. I hope you enjoyed our special trip out to the Greenfields and all the valuable information we've been able to pass along. Remember, you can catch Western New York Living again Monday morning at 11:30 when we bring you a new show filled with wonderful guests. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Special consideration for today's show paid for by the following: